afternoon, everybody. Today, we will be discussing the Tangari Prakash trauma system in calcaneal fractures. The steps are simple. The Bowler's angle is restored by mini sinus tarsi approach. You can have a dual clamp montage, accurate reduction, non-weight bearing for 3 to 4 weeks, and full joint movements are encouraged from day one. The results are fantastic. An example of an X-ray here shows you an open tongue type fracture calcaneus. These are the direction, these are the drawings by Mario himself, and using the cuboid as a fulcrum, both the Bowler's angle and the open tongue are closed. If it's a more complex fracture pattern with a wider range of displacements, you need a double clamp montage. Here I'm demonstrating the use of TPTS in a flexible silicone model foot. We are using 2 millimeter wires and clamps suitable for 2 millimeters. That is a Tangari spindle into which we are inserting the wire, ensuring that it's central in the chuck. The first wire is posterior anterior calcaneo-cuboid wire, which traverses through the entire extent of the calcaneum just below the subtalar joint, goes into the cuboid and provides a fulcrum. This wire will not interfere with the reduction of the Bowler's angle. In all these cases, unlike Elizarov, TPTS is not a distraction assembly. So we make a small incision at the sinus tarsi, and then we have to make an open reduction, mini open reduction to reduce the Bowler's angle under vision, and the sinus tarsi incision is closed with a single stitch. Now we have a distal calcaneo-cuboid wire, again posterior to anterior, which traverses into the cuboid and fixes the calcaneo-cuboid axis. Now these two divergent wires are meant to be converged by bending the clamps, by bending the wires appropriately and clamping them, and that will close the open tongue. Using a special wire bender, the two wires are bent to 90 degrees and brought to a situation parallel to each other, leaving the gap between them identical to what shall be required by the gap between the clamps. You can see that the two wires are now parallel to each other, and we take a Tangari clamp and snap the wires into them. The clamps are made uniquely with a titanium shim in between, wherein once from the side you push the wire, it just clamps beautifully, and the whole thing gets extremely stable. The clamp is tightened and the extra wire beds are removed to ensure that with the compression is adequate and enough to allow a precise closing of the open jaw of the calcaneum. As the procedure is performed under a C-arm, we can look at it, and the X-ray shows a patient treated thus, and the final results are 2 months after removal of the clamp. With more complex fractures where the Bowler's angle is completely damaged, we need a dual clamp montage with 4 wires to convert a single clamp into a dual clamp, all you need to do is unscrew two clamps, remove the very special shim, the titanium shim, which does all the magic because of its spring action. This titanium shim for us is manufactured by one of the vendors who makes components for the satellites in the ISRO. We just unscrew the bottom part and add the second shim, and this clamp now becomes a dual clamp capable of accommodating four different 2 K wires in any direction. So two parallel wires in one direction and two parallel wires in another direction. The same silicon limb workshop model I am now converting into a dual montage, and the X-rays shown previously should technically represent the situation here. Once again, after the Bowler's angle has been restored, we ensure that the wire goes to cuboid, crosses the calcaneum cuboid joint, and we have a cuboid fulcrum to retain the reduction in the Bowler's angle achieved so far. People who are used to plating calcaneum can understand this beautifully, because this system is used to only fix a properly reduced fracture. You do not reduce a fracture with any external fixation. Why TPSS scores over all other lesser external fixation systems is because of the very special clamps which have a 1600% pull-out strength of just clamp, 1400 pull-out strength of Unix clamps, 600% pull-out of Ilizarov slotted bolts, and 400% pull-out strength of Ilizarov cannulated bolts. It is snap in, snap on. As the X-ray here will show you that using this fulcrum, we will now then realign or stabilize the exiting wires using two more parallel wires, and thus have a stable triangular montage to ensure that the reduction stays in place. These clamps are snap in, snap out, meaning that you can push the wire from the lateral side into the clamp, rotate it to an angle of your choice, and once the whole thing is snapped through, the two sets of parallel wires are anchored to each other to produce a perfect montage. As the small limb is totally free and I do not have a hold, there is some fidgetiveness. However, in an actual patient, when this procedure is being performed, it is rather easy. You can see that I have snapped the wires in between the two clamps. However, there has been an error because the sides are changed. What should have gone up has come down. While I try to put the second wire, I realize that the position is changed and we should avoid twisting of the wire. So I pull out the wire, reassemble both the wires rather, to the correct side, so that Sunday is not longer than Monday and things don't become topsy-turvy. Once this parallelism is achieved without stress, we can ensure that by appropriate distraction or compression, precise reduction of the calcaneus is achieved. And after reduction and checking on C-arm, all we have to do is to tighten the Thangari Prakash special clamps, and you get a very, very stable montage with a cuboid fulcrum, just 4 wires inside the bone and parallel wires outside the bone. So a total of 6 wires are rigidly and firmly controlled by just two dual Tungari clamps or TPSS clamps, and gives an extremely stable montage that allows the patient to start ankle and subtalar movements from day one. In all intra-articular and calcaneal fractures, it is essential to ensure that we encourage the patient to move his ankle and foot from day one, which he does. We shall keep the patient non-weight bearing for 4 to 6 weeks to allow the cancellous bone to unite. As Charnley says, that cancellous bone collapses very soon. That is a close-up of the montage and shows the very special clamps and the beautiful way in which they clamp the wires, which are precisely bent to ensure that the assembly is stable and pain-free for the patient. As far as possible, the walking area of the heel should be left free so that when the patient is mobilizing, he can have at least a touch toe walking. We can see an X-ray of a totally collapsed Bowler's angle in a badly comminuted fracture. The Bowler's angle has been beautifully restored using the cuboid as a fulcrum, and the inferior wires have gone in. This is an earlier case where Mario used to put the wires straight through the heel. These days he avoids that and uses a lateral strut to ensure that the sole of the foot is clean and is in a position to be touching the floor. Thank you very much for listening to this talk on TPTS and calcaneal fractures, which is a simple, elegant, and minimally invasive procedure. Very important that Bowler's angle should be restored by mini sinus tarsi approach, and the montage should be planned well in advance. Thank you very much. If you're interested in doing a TPTS course or buying the special clamps and the wires, you can personally message me in WhatsApp on the number that I have given at the end of the talk. Thank you very much. Thank you.